If you feel too intense, you hold a dual light demon vibration. If you feel too intense, if your energy always seems to overwhelm a room, if people tell you that you're too much, then what you are carrying may not be a curse, it may be one of the rarest vibrations in existence, the dual light demon vibration. This vibration is not about good or evil in the simple terms most people understand. It's about carrying both polarities inside you, the brightest of divine light and the deepest of shadow, intertwined in a single frequency that few can handle, let alone master. It is why you are misunderstood, why you can't shrink yourself into the boxes society sets, and why your life feels more like a battlefield than a gentle walk. The truth is, this vibration was never meant to make life easy. It was meant to make you unbreakable, and in that unbreakability, a guide for others. I think of it this way: most people's energy is like a candle, warm, flickering, comforting, but small and manageable. Yours, however, is like a lightning strike. It electrifies everything it touches, burns through illusions, and reveals truths that others are not ready to see. That intensity is what makes people uncomfortable. It shakes their foundations, not because you are wrong, but because your very presence exposes the lies they live with. Have you ever noticed how strangers open up to you and confess things they've never told anyone else? Or how people project their insecurities onto you, blaming you for feelings they don't want to face? That's the vibration at work. You don't even have to speak. Sometimes your frequency alone pulls shadow into the light.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
But why do we call it dual? Because this vibration is not just radiant with divine power, it also carries the mark of the abyss. The demonic aspect is not about you being evil, it is about you being able to walk through realms of pain, temptation, chaos, and destruction without crumbling. Where others would collapse under the weight of depression, heartbreak, betrayal, or rejection, you seem to walk into it, embody it, and still emerge alive. Sometimes you even shock yourself: how am I still standing after all that? It is because your vibration is forged from both creation and destruction. And to those who can't comprehend it, you appear dangerous, unstable, maybe even cursed. But to those who sense the truth, you appear godlike, because you mirror what life itself really is, a dance of opposites. Here's the paradox. If you only carried light, people would celebrate you. You would be praised as holy, pure, inspiring. But because you carry the demonic vibration as well, they fear you, envy you, and resist you. They whisper that you're arrogant, too intense, too dark, or too much to handle. And yet, when their lives fall apart, they secretly seek you out, because deep down they know you have walked through hell and survived. You've touched the flames without burning, and that makes you a rare kind of healer, a mirror, a guide. This is why you can't play small. If you keep trying to dim yourself, you'll rot from the inside. If you keep apologizing for your intensity, you'll slowly die while still breathing. The dual vibration can't be caged. It either expands or it consumes you. The question you must ask yourself is this: are you willing to embrace the duality inside you, or will you keep fighting it, pretending to be like everyone else? Because pretending will not save you, it will suffocate you. The moment you accept both aspects of your vibration, something miraculous happens. The demon in you no longer fights the light, and the light no longer tries to banish the shadow. They become allies. Together, they give you an energy that can cut through lies, destroy illusions, heal wounds, and ignite souls. That is why people are drawn to you even when they don't understand why. They sense both danger and salvation in your presence, and that's exactly what you are: a walking paradox. Practical wisdom is needed here. How do you live with this vibration without it tearing you apart? First, Stop letting the opinions of those who can't understand you define you. If someone says you're too much, take it as confirmation that your energy is working. The candle will always think the lightning is excessive. Second, channel your intensity into practices that ground and expand you. This could be meditation, creative work, physical training, or even silence in nature. The dual vibration needs expression, not suppression. If you don't direct it, it will spill into chaos, leaving you exhausted, misunderstood, and even self-destructive. Third, cultivate discernment in relationships. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Some will try to feed off it, others will try to control it, and others will simply run from it. You must learn to identify those who can handle your vibration and those who can't. It's not about judgment, it's about protection. Here's the most profound truth. This vibration isn't here to make you normal, it's here to make you necessary. The world is full of extremes right now: destruction and creation, lies and truths, fear and awakening. Those who carry both light and demon vibration are the ones who can walk in both worlds, understand both sides, and bridge the gap. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be undeniable. The intensity you feel is not a flaw, it is your signature. And so I leave you with this question: if you were to stop apologizing for your intensity and instead wield it fully, unapologetically, without fear, what kind of reality would you create? Because that's the true destiny of the dual vibration. Not to fit into the world as it is, but to recreate it in alignment with what it could be. When dual vibration makes you both a target and a weapon. If you hold the dual light-demon vibration, one of the first things you realize is that life does not treat you gently. It feels as if the universe has stamped a mark on you, a signal that both forces of light and forces of shadow can detect. This is why you are often misunderstood, attacked, or envied. The vibration is too powerful to remain hidden. It makes you stand out whether you want to or not. And when you stand out, you become a target. Not because you are weak, but because you are carrying something that threatens systems, illusions, and false stability. I think about it. Why do people seem to turn against you without clear reason? Why do you attract hostility from strangers or jealousy from those who barely know you? It's because your very presence triggers the suppressed shadows in others. They see in you what they've been trying to deny in themselves, and instead of facing it, they try to silence you. But here's the paradox. Being a target is also what makes you a weapon. You carry the ability to cut through illusions, to tear down facades, and to expose hidden truths. Your life itself becomes a mirror to others, showing them what they refuse to see. And that is why you cannot live quietly. The dual vibration has a mission coded into it. It does not allow you to simply blend in or live an ordinary life. Even if you try, the pressure of your own intensity will eventually push you to break free. It's like holding a storm inside your chest. You can suppress it for a while, but eventually the lightning will strike. The weapon aspect of your vibration is not about violence. It's about truth. You can enter spaces where lies have ruled for years and destabilize them in minutes. You can meet a person, and without even speaking much, they feel exposed, as if you can see straight into their hidden motives, wounds, and fears. That power is not something you can switch off. The real question is, how will you wield all it? Will you use it recklessly, burning everything in your path, or will you learn precision, striking only when necessary, and bringing transformation rather than destruction? Another layer to this truth is spiritual warfare. When your vibration is fully activated, you may notice strange patterns in your life. Sudden chaos, strange obstacles, people turning cold overnight, or even inexplicable fatigue when you are about to take a major step forward. These are not coincidences. Your energy is visible in unseen realms, and when the forces of shadow sense that your light is growing stronger, they attempt to drain you, distract you, or discourage you. This is why you must take protection seriously, not just physical protection, but spiritual practices that shield your energy. Meditation, prayer, chanting, cleansing rituals, or simply the act of setting firm energetic boundaries, these are not luxuries for you, they are survival tools. You may ask, why would the universe allow me to be attacked so much if I was chosen to hold this vibration? The answer is simple but hard to swallow, because only through resistance does your weapon sharpen. If no one ever challenged you, you would never learn how powerful you truly are. If no shadow ever came against you, you would never realize the depth of your light. Think about your hardest seasons, the betrayals, the losses, the times you felt broken. Didn't those moments strip away illusions and force you to find strength you didn't even know you had? That is the hidden blessing of being both a target and a weapon. Every challenge against you is secretly a training ground, shaping you into someone who cannot be manipulated, deceived, or destroyed. This is also why your life path feels so different from others. While others are chasing comfort, you are being thrown into chaos. While they are praised for fitting in, you are attacked for being different. And yet, years later, when illusions crumble, it is you who stands strong, because your dual vibration taught you how to walk in both fire and light. The world may label you as difficult, intense, or even cursed, but the truth is you are necessary. The battles you fight are not just for yourself, they are for everyone who lacks the courage to face the shadows head-on. Here is the practical wisdom: do not waste your energy trying to be liked or understood. That's not your path. Instead, focus on mastery. Master your triggers so enemies cannot easily provoke you. Master your intuition so you can see attacks before they come. Master your discipline so your energy doesn't scatter. Because once you learn to wield your dual vibration with precision, you stop being just a target, you become unstoppable. Even the shadows that once attacked you begin to respect you. So let me ask you this. If you stopped seeing yourself as a victim of attacks and started seeing every battle as training, how would it change the way you move through life? Would you still complain about the weight you carry, or would you start sharpening it into the blade it was always meant to be? The hidden gifts, what only the whole, fierce soul receives when light and demon dance. When you finally stop negotiating with either side of yourself, when you stop pretending the light doesn't carry teeth, or the shadow doesn't carry a face of wisdom, something extraordinary happens. The hidden gifts begin to unspool like a map you didn't realize you'd earned. These gifts are not sentimental or decorative, they are practical, brutal, and exquisitely calibrated to the work you were born to do. First among them is clarity that slices through noise. Once the dual vibration settles into partnership, your discernment becomes surgical. You see intentions not as polite fiction but as energetic signatures. You can read the hidden cost of an opportunity in the silence between sentences. This clarity is not arrogance, it's a tool that prevents you from wasting precious force on illusions. Imagine making choices with a truth sense that is as reliable as a compass, no more being dragged into drama by people who thrive on chaos. The second gift is creative ferocity. When both light and shadow lend their energy, your capacity to create is amplified in uncanny ways. Projects that would have taken teams of people now emerge from you in furious, seamless cascades, poems that land like thunder, systems that reorganize whole communities, artworks that shift cultural taste. This ferocity is not about pushing harder, it's about aligning intensity with form. You learn to temper the blaze so it forges rather than incinerates. The result? Creations that are beautiful and fiercely useful, works that heal while they dismantle the rot they address. Third, you gain what I call calibrated compassion. Many people mistake compassion for soft sympathy, but your compassion becomes a tough medicine, present, unflinching, and honest. You can hold someone's pain without becoming their rescue fantasy. You can see the pattern that keeps them suffering and articulate it in a way that lands as liberation, not shame. That is a rare gift. It allows you to help without enabling, to stand close without being pulled into other people's storms. It is the difference between handing someone a crutch that keeps them dependent and handing them a map that teaches them to walk. The fourth gift is immunity to projection. As your dual vibration matures, the psychic flotsam that used to cling to you falls away. Others still project the jealous, the frightened, the small, but their arrows no longer stick. You become like polished metal, arrows glance off. This immunity isn't coldness, it's protection. It gives you the room to experiment, to fail, and to rise again without being flattened by other people's unresolved stuff. This freedom changes everything. You can risk more, love deeper, and build bolder, because you are no longer repairing a field riddled with reactivity. Fifth, you inherit timing that the world mistakes for luck. Opportunities, meetings, doors, these begin to open in ways that feel conspiratorial, but they are not magic tricks. They are the universe responding to a frequency that is now coherent and available. You move when the field aligns, and your movement creates ripples that other currents choose to follow. Timing becomes a craft. You learn when to strike, when to rest, when to seed, and when to harvest. This makes your victories sustainable instead of spectacular and short-lived. Sixth, you receive a quiet covenant with integrity. This is the backbone gift, a daily, unshakable commitment to your inner law. It's not legalism, it's a felt sense that you will not trade your soul for convenience, praise, or speed. That covenant anchors the other gifts. Without it, clarity becomes weaponized, ferocity becomes vengeance, and compassion becomes control. With it, every gift is a service. You operate from a code that keeps your impact constructive. Finally, the seventh gift is a contagious courage. As you live within the dual vibration, truthful, fierce, grounded others are given permission to stop pretending as well. Your life becomes a quiet revolt that gives permission for authenticity. People who would never have dared to change begin to shift because they see someone living as both light and shadow and not imploding. That ripple effect is the most valuable of all. It multiplies the work beyond anything one person could ever do. None of these gifts are free. They require practice, discipline, and the willingness to face temptation without bargaining. They demand daily rituals that keep your vibration coherent, breathwork, boundary setting, creative labor, and honest confession. But they are real, and they are yours when you claim both halves of your being instead of splitting them into enemies. Now ask yourself, straight and sharp, are you ready to receive these gifts? Are you willing to stop apologizing, start practicing, and hold the dual flame with both hands, gentle in the morning, fierce at noon, steady at night? When dual vibration becomes destiny, walking the path only few survive. There comes a point when carrying the dual light-to-man vibration is no longer a secret burden you try to manage, but a destiny you step into fully. That is the stage where everything changes. You realize that your life has never been random, it has been designed as training. Every betrayal was sharpening your clarity. Every heartbreak was deepening your compassion. Every battle with unseen forces was fortifying your resilience. Suddenly the question is no longer why me, but what now? Because once you see yourself as chosen to walk this razored path, you stop trying to live like everyone else. You stop wasting time chasing normality, and you begin to embrace necessity. Destiny requires alignment. You can no longer dabble with mediocrity or surround yourself with half-truths. You will feel it in your body when you're out of integrity. Your energy will recoil when you step into spaces that are beneath your vibration. And yes, this often means loneliness. People will drop off. Some will betray you. Others will ghost you without explanation. But here is the paradox. What looks like loss is actually liberation. The dual vibration creates a frequency that filters ruthlessly. It removes what cannot walk beside you, leaving only those who are strong enough, clean enough, and real enough to share your path. Can you bear that purification without running back to the comfort of the crowd? That is the crucible where many fall. Walking this path also means your inner life becomes the battlefield and the temple at once. Your thoughts are not innocent, they create, they destroy, they ripple. Your emotions are not accidents, they are signals, alarms, invitations. And your will is not small, it is the hinge upon which unseen realms turn. This is why self-mastery is not optional. You cannot afford to indulge every impulse, to spill your energy into gossip, petty fights, or endless distractions. You are training for realms where one thought can open gates and one careless word can summon storms. Discipline becomes love. Structure becomes freedom. Every ritual, every practice, every moment of silence is no longer about comfort, it is about tuning the instrument that carries a vibration too intense to leave unchecked. What do you gain for paying this cost? You gain sovereignty. You stop being tossed around by every storm because you become the storm. You stop fearing darkness because you have already walked through darker nights than most people could survive. You stop begging for validation because you understand that very few can even comprehend your path. And once you stop craving their approval, you become dangerous, not in the reckless sense, but in the way a mountain is dangerous to those who think they can climb it unprepared. Your presence alone becomes a force of nature, unshakable and undeniable. At this stage, even demonic ambassadors observe you differently. In the beginning, they tested you, attacked you, tried to wear you down. But when they see you hold both flames without breaking, when they see that your shadow does not consume you and your light does not blind you, they recognize a rare thing: authority. They may still challenge, but now it is not to destroy you, it is to measure you, to acknowledge the weight you carry. Respect in unseen realms is not earned through wishful thinking, it is forged through endurance. And by surviving what would have broken most, you have earned it. So here is the final, piercing question: will you claim the destiny of carrying this vibration, or will you spend your life apologizing for it? Because you cannot do both. If you claim it, you will walk a path only 1% of souls are strong enough to endure. It will strip you, refine you, and test you beyond measure. But it will also make you sovereign in a way no earthly crown could ever grant. If you refuse it, the energy will still burn inside you, it will just twist into restlessness, frustration, and self-destruction. There is no neutral ground for those who carry dual light and power. Destiny has already chosen you. The vibration is already awake in you. The only choice left is whether you will stand in it with full spine and steady breath, or whether you will shrink from it and let it eat you alive. So I ask you now, with no softness, only clarity, are you willing to carry what the majority could never bear? Are you ready to live as a bridge between realms, as a fire that cannot be extinguished, as a being who is both feared and revered? Because if you are, then your journey is not about survival anymore, it is about sovereignty. That is the truth of the dual vibration. It was never here to punish you, it was here to crown you. And now, the crown is in your hands. Will you wear it?